Alright, well, good afternoon, everybody. Just got home from work, let the tractor warm up, because what we're going to do today, that wood chip dump cart that I just built in that last episode, we're going to give it a shot today. And you know, I haven't used it yet, but I've been thinking, I'm just not satisfied with the design. I was trying to get away with using as few materials as possible, repurposing that metal crate. But I just don't feel like this is going to be strong enough, especially once it gets hundreds of pounds of chips in it. I mean, this is thick 3/4 inch ply. They're steel. But I feel like this thing's going to want to bow out when it gets a lot of weight, which we're going to test it out today and find out. But I'm going to go ahead and order some more metal, probably some angle iron, and just put on here. And I want to weld all the way around this a box to kind of just keep everything from flexing, keep the wood from flexing out, and just you're not putting stress on these little bit of screws that are holding it in, you know, just in case of catastrophic failure down the road. And like I mentioned in that other episode, I also think I want to run a couple pieces of angle iron across here, and then maybe put a very large bolt, drill a hole through here, run it from the inside, run it through the angle iron so it's all reinforced well, and then that'll go through that front hole that's on my forks where a hay spear goes. That way when I pick this up, I can run it through, just put an old pin through it, so whenever I go to dump this cart, it won't slide off my forks. What I'll do today is just put a big old heavy duty ratchet strap around this, and that should hold it well enough for now. So let's go ahead and get the tractor out of here, hook up to the chipper, grab the box, and I've still got a few limbs out there in the trail from the trail build. Won't be many today, probably won't even fill the box up. But the purpose of today is just to kind of try all this out and see if I need to make any further modifications. Thanks for watching. So as you can see, it's a completely different day now than whenever I shot the first part of this video. I'd come out here the other afternoon to dump what I had. It was raining, it was overcast, the video footage wasn't good. So I decided to come out here today and load the box completely up because I wanted to check the structure of it before I place my metal order that I'm placing online to make sure I didn't need to do any further reinforcement. And I was pleasantly surprised this box held slapped to the top of wet chips and dirt and didn't bow any. I'm still going to reinforce it, but I was surprised. I was expecting to see some flexing in the wood and it bowing out with the weight that I had in there. Now, as you can see, it didn't dump very well at all, and I kind of already knew this. When I tried to dump the other day, it held the majority of chips on the slope that I had in there. But what really fought me today was a lot of this that I scooped up. It's extremely wet from 2 days of rain. It's got a lot of dirt in it. It's got vines in it. So all that was just kind of holding it in a clump. The other thing that's fighting against me is that wood. So chips and dirt on that wood, there's a lot of friction there. I think I've come up with a way to help this dump a little easier. I'm still never going to get it completely dumped. I'm just going to leave a garden rake down here to rake it a little bit out. But I've got some aluminum sheeting up there I've had for years. So this whole inside edge here, I'm going to actually layer that in aluminum sheeting. It's real slick, and I think that'll help a lot of these chips to flow off. And like I said, if I wasn't loading this with dirt and vines, just if I had blown just straight chips in this and had filled it to the top, I think it would have dumped even easier. But it is obvious it's never completely going to dump. But at the end of the day, I don't have much in this at all. And I looked at steel dump carts online. They're $1,000 and up. So I can live with having to get out here with a garden rake and rake the last little bit out. At least I was able to repurpose this steel frame that my chipper came in. And I've got about $50 in wood in it currently. So that's a pretty good investment for a dump cart the way I see it. Well, hopefully y'all enjoy little projects like this. I've got plenty more things like this coming up in the future. And I'll make another video here coming up soon once I get all the metal in. And I'll show me actually doing that aluminum slide ramp inside. I'm going to build a perimeter frame on it with some steel. And then I plan on doing a rod through the back so I don't have to use this ratchet strap to hold it on like I've explained in the other couple videos. So that'll be coming up pretty soon too. So again, thank y'all all for watching. Whenever I released the last video on this, a lot of y'all said y'all like little projects like this. That's great. I'm always trying to build and save money and do things myself. So I'll be sure to include a lot of that on the channel. Thanks for watching.